Hey YouTube, this is Kevin Bolin of Bolin Small Engine, and today I wanted to talk just a little bit about these Murry lawnmowers. These things have been around for many years. In the past, the older Murrys, I must say, I was a big fan of them. I think they were, for the money, shall we say, they were built fairly decent. Don't get me wrong, there was a few parts they could have basically improved on the decks, but as I say, for the money, pretty decent little mowers. But sometime about around 2000 to 2004, they started making these things with these hydrostatic transmissions. And to be completely honest with you, the hydrostatic transmissions in these Murry lawnmowers are complete pieces of shit. They'll last good for maybe 3 or 4 years, and then you'll start having trouble out of them. I know what a lot of people are thinking out there, well, you know, 3 or 4 years for a lawnmower, that's fairly decent. But the truth of the matter is, when you have one like this, okay, which they built their reputation on, and one, shall we say, like this one way up here, which I'm going to walk up and show you, which is even older. Then you can understand my frustrations. There is another Murry that I have that actually has the transaxle drive transmission in it that you actually shift from between your knees. And it's my personal favorite. That's actually the ones that I used to race with. They have Tecumseh transmissions in them. Really great transmissions. Tecumseh can make a transmission, what can I say? But their motors really ain't worth a shit. But anyway, that's a different topic. Although I will note that this mower that I showed you just a second ago does have a Tecumseh Enduro, I believe. And yes, and they're complete pieces of shit as well. I am not a fan of Tecumseh whatsoever. Okay, in my opinion, they are god-awful engines. And as soon as I get to my mom's, after I've gutted the starter and the coil and the carburetor off of this, because there's a bunch of fools out there in the world that are adamant about keeping these things running, I'm going to probably take about 4 pounds of tannerite, about 200 yards, and I'm going to blow this thing all to hell. But that's truly, like I said, beside the point. Anyway, back to this Murry. This Murry here is the one I was talking about that had the hydrostatic transmission. And as you can see, I'm going to try to get underneath here, you'll see that over time they'll develop leaks. Now I've actually cleaned this up slightly, but if you look right here, you can see how it's beginning to puke it up. Now there's not been anything added to this. This is just the regular oil that would have originally came with it. But you'll see that they'll develop leaks. And to be honest, these transmissions were notorious for this. So you got to be very wary about getting one of these lawnmowers and expecting the longevity to be there, because honestly, it's not going to be. I just wanted to note this. Like I said, later on maybe I'll show the other lawnmower that has the transaxle drive that actually you can shift from between your knees. But for this one, I just wanted to note that these are complete pieces of shit basically, and you want to avoid them.